Well, this has been a long time coming, but welcome to Wario Land Shake It, or the Shake Dimension in Europe. Yeah, so to start this off with, there's two people here that are making their commentary debut that have been in Storytime before, so yeah, say hi, I guess.
What up, what up?
Hello.
Yes.
It's
Also,
me.
I'm here too. I'm here too.
Hi, Xavier. We've got Reddit personified here as well. Alright. Bitch, this is Wario Land. We clowning this motherfucker. You better take your sensitive ass back to New Super Mario Brothers.
So I guess.
So, a bit of a confession. I haven't beaten this game yet. I have it, but I haven't beaten it yet.
I guess we should start this off with with our experiences with Wario Land, because I'm gonna say straight up, this is the only Wario Land game I played.
Oh.
Honestly, you're honestly missing out because get Wario Land 4 while you still have a chance to before the Wii U eShop closes down forever.
Right, I was thinking about going for the Wii U eShop and getting a few last-minute games. Because, yeah, I've heard 4 specifically is like a fan favorite.
Yeah, that's like the best one.
Right.
It is. It absolutely is. It definitely utilize. It definitely. It's good in that game that Wario can actually die, because
Oh, right.
yeah, a lot of the challenge in the first two is taken away because Wario he's immortal. And also just stylistically, it's probably my favorite.
Mm.
Yeah, it is, and it's also like I think like Wario Land 4 is also an early Game Boy Advance game too, so which is equally impressive.
By the way, Captain Syrup would.
I know the first Wario Land is on the Game Boy. What about 2 and 3? Is that the same?
Yeah, Game Boy Color.
Oh, Game Boy Color. Okay.
So yeah, you can. So yeah, get those games on the 3DS eShop if you haven't.
Because
If you really want to explore the Wario
it's
Land.
really weird how like Wario Land 1 is just like Mario Land 3, which is like
Yeah.
It's just a marketing ploy. It's just to sell more
Yeah.
copies.
basically, because it's like, is Mario even in the game at all?
Yeah, he shows up at the very end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He shows up at the end when Wario gets a castle. I think he just gets Mario's castle. He just basically gentrifies Mario.
Yeah, Mario's castle that.
No, what happens? Like no, like well, like what happens is like what happens is Wario blows up Captain Syrup's base, and there's a golden Princess Peach statue hidden in it. Mario just shows up with a plane, takes the statue, and leaves and then just leaves like bye.
Was that even Mario's to begin with?
I think it was.
Because if so, Mario's kind of the bad guy in that. Oh, that's an original joke. What if Mario was the bad guy?
Mario is insane game theory.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
why the fuck was Wario sleeping in his car?
Good. I love the premise of the story because like Wario does not give a crap until treasure's mentioned.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It is. I kind of love, and this is something. I mean, it's obvious Wario just has like so much more personality than most characters in the Mario universe.
Oh,
And,
100%.
Yeah.
and I love how this game. Nice.
I love butt shots.
And there it is again.
Oh, here you go. You know what? Ask and ye shall receive, Harry.
Yeah.
But no, I do love just how much the animators clearly like adore Wario as a character.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what?
I was gonna say, like, you could tell me that this game was made by like Next Level Games, and I probably would believe you because like those guys give the characters so much personality in their games, and this is like right there with it.
I also like that it isn't like the farting like bumbling. Well, he's still comedic, but he isn't like a bumbling like comic relief character who is just like there for fart jokes. I like how Wario just genuinely gets to look like like tough and like
Yeah.
rugged.
The
Yeah,
the portrayal of Wario where he's like more bumbling is more of a Mario sports game kind of thing.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not saying like I think the pinnacle of badassery is the evil version of Mario, but like they're clearly trying to make him look like an E10 version of like what a badass would be.
Basically.
yeah. Like it's definitely sad when like the side characters in the Mario universe are more interesting than Mario himself.
Yeah, I mean, Mario's basically just video game man. Like, he doesn't really have a character.
And I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't need one. I feel he can just be
Yeah.
kind of.
I mean, Mario's the kind of character where, like, you can kind of just do whatever with him because, like, there's no real, like, he doesn't really have a specific personality.
That
Yeah.
does actually make me think. And Wario's obviously at the top of this list, but like likelihood of like Mario characters ranked by how likely it is to be ass. Wario's obviously the top of that list. I'd say Bowser's got to be there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Luigi, maybe? I feel like Luigi would be one of those guys who's like, no, it's gross when guys do it. No, that's Waluigi. Waluigi's that.
Good.
Also, I was thinking about Wario's overalls are really funny to me because, like, Mario and Luigi have a valid reason to wear those. That's part of their job. They're
Yeah.
plumbers. Wario is a treasure hunter and a game developer, so he's choosing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
he's just doing it for style.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that look does go hard for him.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
I do kind of like the WarioWare look, but, like...
Oh, I like it too. I always found it weird because, honestly, the WarioWare look fits this game's characterization of Wario more than the actual it does in the WarioWare games themselves.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can
I'd agree
I
with
can
that.
see that.
Yeah. I mean, I do like that Smash Bros. Lets you choose between the two different costumes.
Yeah. Even though like the WarioWare one is the default.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How do you?
And
guys
that
feel
reminds me
about the... Yeah.
Sorry, you go first.
I was gonna say, how do you guys feel about the WarioWare series? Because I think at this point, Wario seems to be more known for that series than Wario Land, which I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it, but
I like the WarioWare games. They're always like a fun little time to play because obviously like part of the fun in WarioWare for me personally is trying to unlock all the micro games and then just going for that high score challenge.
yeah.
They-
WarioWare games are definitely fun. I wish we'd have it supplemented with like Wario Land stuff, because this is, I think, the last game they've done.
It-
I think like if you don't count, because I think Wario Master of Disguise came out after this, but thankfully that's not considered a Wario Land game because that probably would have killed the franchise if it was.
I've
Oh
I've
my-
heard that one isn't very good.
No. What's weird is I really like the music from that game.
Hmm. Yeah, I know barely anything about it. Isn't it like a Metroidvania?
It basically is, but it also has a really dope boss theme for the villain in that game,
Hmm.
Canola. Which, by the way, I don't know how I feel about like my status as a person, really, or about my standing when it comes to the likelihood that I'm gonna have sex. That I can remember the name of the villain from Wario Master of Disguise.
That was an interesting train of thought.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so like
Well, it definitely starts on the spectrum.
All right, so I was wrong. Wario Land Shake It came out after Wario Master of Disguise.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Master of Disguise came out in 2007. This was 2008. And
So, go ahead.
no, you go first.
Okay, no, I was gonna say, yeah, you do need to be careful with how much money you spend, because you do need that for unlocking the worlds. I was just gonna ask, how does the progression system work in the other games? Is it similar, or is it like more stage to stage?
It's I know that in Wario Land 1, it's kind of like a it's kind of like pay to win, where like you have to deposit coins for checkpoints and even leave the level, but you have chances to earn more coins as you play. Also, also this song is the source of Wario's victory theme in Smash.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's I have to wonder, like, I know we've had this discussion before, like off camera, but I know there's a debate whether or not the Wario's victory theme in Brawl came first or this, because I think this game came out after Brawl.
It did, but I think because because development times didn't quite match up, they probably just ended up using this for the victory theme.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I can't imagine they'd make something up for Wario. Like being one of the only characters that just has like a made up theme for the victory just doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
So it's definitely more likely that they pulled it from this game, but it just happened to come out after. Well.
It's just funny to me because this actual theme isn't in Brawl. I think they didn't add it until Smash 4.
It wasn't out until Smash 4. I know, although I know that. Oh, also, even Wario knows how good it is. Anyway, I know a snippet of the theme is actually in the Waluigi Pinball remix if you listen for it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But so yeah, it actually does show up elsewhere in Brawl. But it's also said that this is the only Wario Land track in Smash Bros.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with the music in this series, so.
If anything, I feel like they would definitely pull from Wario Land 4 if they were going to add more Wario Land tracks. But
I guess that goes back to the whole thing of people knowing Wario more for WarioWare instead of Land now.
Yeah.
Because that's more or less the representation for Wario in Smash.
Yeah, I do feel like as a race, Wario's aren't properly represented enough.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of characters in Smash that I feel like could be a lot better represented.
Yeah, I mean, I know that at the very least, the main reason why Wario Land exists is because the dev team wanted to try some things for another Mario game, but the higher to Nintendo's like, I don't know, is this really Mario? So they're like, okay, what if we use Wario instead? Genius!
That is so it is weird because Wario he's such a inherently lazy concept for a character,
Yeah.
but I think because he's just such a whatever, oh, it's just the bad Mario, do whatever you want with him, he really got breathing room to be his own thing.
Yeah. And I know that at least it's also because of the whole experimentation thing which is why WarioWare Get It Together is the way it is, with you being able to control the characters in the microgames themselves. Because I think I remember seeing on a Video Game Stories video that said they wanted to try making a platformer.
Oh, I so would have wanted that. I want Wario in a platformer again. I want it. God, you know what?
It's been too long.
It has been.
Yeah, at the very least we do have some spiritual successors in the form of Anton Blast and Pizza Tower, because those are pretty much the closest we're getting to new Wario Land games.
We need to play. You know what we need to do after this? We need to play fucking Wario World.
Oh, that'll be funny.
I've never played that game, but if anyone wants to do that, I'm down.
Fuck, it's
Just just have a part that's nothing but the pause screen, and we'll somehow have to find a way to like just keep talking about it because it goes on for 50 minutes.
Just make that the closing credits for the playthrough.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Wario World though, because I feel like that game and this game showcase like just Wario's pure like brute strength the best. Because like yeah, it's just like, especially in Wario World, he like spins like pillars around like it's nothing.
Yeah, and Wario also has a weird inhale move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that moment when you realize Wario got a 3D platformer before Kirby did.
Yeah. I've heard that like the game itself is okay, but it's like oozing with personality.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. I think I think that's also because like that was done by Treasure. Yeah, that was developed by Treasure, who you may know as the devs for Gunstar Heroes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they did Gunstar Heroes, and I know they also did Dynamite Heady as well.
I like when a woman gives me Dynamite Heady.
God.
We are mature adults.
Yeah.
Totally.
Would you guys accept Dynamite Heady from Wario?
Oh my God.
No.
I would not want him to sink his teeth into it, because I feel like if that happened, the bell end is gone. You're a headless horseman at that point. No, but you were gonna say something?
Me? I wasn't really good. I didn't really
no.
anything. I guess the secret map thing. I should point out the way this LP is gonna go is that I'm going through all the stages and getting all the treasures, and I'm not bothering with the missions whatsoever because most of them are fine, but there's a good chunk of them that are like make you want to kill yourself. So I'm
that's understandable.
Like there's a lot of them that, well, maybe not a lot, but there's some of them that basically require you to do perfect runs through the level. I know there's some that require like they specifically had like some of the harder and longer levels in the game require you to go through it without taking any damage, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good.
No, I tried that.
Yeah,
no, fuck that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
Yeah, I did it on stream several years ago, and it wasn't fun.
No.
I could imagine.
Yeah, so if you're playing this, I recommend play the levels, get all the treasures, and then call it a day.
No, it's not because, I mean, that's part of the thing is that it's also just, like, not a game designed for that sort of thing. This game is so centered around exploration that doing, like, try to get to the end of the level as fast as possible kind of just goes against the conceit of the entire thing.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, like, a lot of the time the missions basically require you to go through the same level over and over again, so you can do different kinds of objectives, and it just gets so annoying.
I gotta say, I fucking love Charles's performance in this game. Like, even just with stunts and shit.
Yeah, this is also a hand-drawn art style, I believe, and it just it pops really well. Like this is why I like stuff like this in like say like Rayman Origins, because like hand-drawn art style just pops so much.
Imagine being an animator with like bags under your eyes. Your only source of relaxation is weed, and you've gotten like 5 hours. You've gotten like 4 hours of sleep, and then your wife comes in and says, "Honey, did you get any rest? What have you been doing?" "I've been animating Wario's ass."
This is another question for like the older games, but like, was there like a run to the beginning sequence at the end of every level, or is that new to this?
No, there was 1 in 4.
1 in 4, okay.
Yeah, there was because Wario goes, "Hurry up!" and then it speeds up, and you get this really like urgent sounding music. Oh, you fucked
Oh
up.
yeah, I screwed up.
Oh, what the hell's wrong with you, Harry? You gotta quit YouTube now.
It's like, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong?
Yeah. Every time Harry fucks up, somebody needs to mail him death threats.
Oh my god.
Everybody needs to mail him anti-British slurs. everyone needs to call him trumpet-eating piece of shit wanker every time. Make sure to do it.
So I had to step out for a bit. Did I miss anything?
I'm just informing our audience. I'm informing our if Harry fucks up again, which is to send him anti-British.
God.
Okay, so it sounds like I didn't really miss much.
Yeah, no, not really.
All right. Well, since this hasn't been mentioned yet. I mean, even though it's probably common knowledge at this point now, but this game marked the first appearance of developer Goodfeel, who you may know as the developers behind Kirby's Epic Yarn and the Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi's Crafted World.
Yeah, they basically became the Yarn developers after this.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, this is essentially where they got their foot in the door, and what a first impression!
I would love to see them make another Wario Land game. Like,
I do.
Oh yeah, especially in this style, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh my!
I want to see them take another go at it. Anything to like bring the Wario Land games back.
I want one like the last couple WarioWares. I want it fully voice acted because now that I know just how well Charles can portray Wario, like actually acting, like with full sentences. I want more voice acted Wario.
Yeah, but like it's weird that they didn't really do that for WarioWare Get It Together. There's some voice acting, but the cutscenes aren't fully voiced.
Yeah.
Throws me off when Mario characters have like full voice acting.
Yeah, right. Because like we're just not so used to it.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? Like that reminds me of since at the time of this video, Super Nintendo World is gonna be opening up in Universal Studios Hollywood in like a little less than a month, and people have been getting it early for like screen testing or whatever. And there's like at the Toad Cafe, Toad actually speaks full sentences, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah, Jason showed me a clip of that, and it felt really bizarre.
Yeah, it felt weird hearing Toad actually speak full sentences.
Yeah.
That feels like a sermon, and then finding out that there's a chicken presenting it.
Good.
Feels going to and then the priest is a chicken.
Yeah, I'm just like listening to the Toad voice. Like, how does this not kill your throat?
Yeah, right. I mean, like, I definitely want to go to Super Nintendo World, but at the same time, I want to go to the one in Japan, because if I go to that one, there's a lot of summer stuff I could do there. But then it also means if I go to the Toad Cafe, Toad's going to speak Japanese, and I won't know what he's saying.
Do you guys Nickelodeon hotel that had like a private adult suite where you could fuck?
What?
But it's
what?
Nickelodeon. Harry, what the fuck was that? Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I gotta say, the secrets in this game are like extremely well hidden.
Yeah, no, I was like, Harry, did you just jump into the sand and die?
No.
Like,
no, even I caught him that there had to be a secret. That's the thing about desert levels. If there's a conspicuous quicksand pit, there's most likely a secret behind it.
Yeah, Mario games do that quite a lot.
I'm glad you got that sentence out there, Xavier. You were struggling a little.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I do it too.
And they go and do it again.
Yeah, they love that.
You know, it's kind of fucked up that the Yarn developers were given a Wario Land game to get their foot in, but instead of entrusting them with more Wario games, they just went off to create games for the actual money makers. So
yeah,
Wario was literally was literally their scapegoat. That's kind of
Yeah.
fucked up.
I mean, like I said, at least the Wario Land games ended on a good note.
Yeah.
I forget. I don't remember if you mentioned this when you were talking about Goodfill, but did they make Crafted World?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
I mentioned it when I was mentioning the other stuff they did. I know they also did like, I think they also did like one of the We Play Motion games. I think it was the Whack-A-Mole one.
Interesting. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about Crafted World.
Yeah, same. I haven't really played it. I have Woolly World, but I don't have the 3DS port of that.
Yeah, Epic Yarn and Woody World are great from what I play. I finished Epic Yarn. I haven't finished Woody World.
Yeah, same. And I'm probably not gonna get extra Epic Yarn because I don't see next to no reason to get that.
That port just kind of it feels
It
like
just exists.
it feels like it ruins the point of the original game because like making Epic Yarn have like normal copy abilities kind of ruins the whole point.
I think so too. Because from what I've seen, the copy abilities that they did add, they're fine. But making them mandatory does kind of kill the experience.
Yeah,
because
that alone.
Because the game established that the reason Kirby can't inhale is because the air literally goes right through him.
Feels like trousers.
Ah, yes, best localization.
I just love how overly British like our voice, like our narrator is. God.
You got virgins.
Yeah, I also find it funny that like if since we're still technically talking about Epic Yarn, I find it interesting that it initially started off with Prince Fluff being the main character, but they didn't think it would sell well, so they're like, put Kirby in it, it'll sell.
That's shit. I really do think they honestly, just given this, and as Nova pointed out earlier, using Wario to get their foot in the door, I think they kind of work better when they're either doing original stuff or doing like really off-kilter, relatively off-kilter characters like this, because you can see just how much room they're given.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You can tell they're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. If anything, I think they definitely wanted to emphasize Wario's more badassery personality. I know we've already mentioned this before, but that is definitely the focus. Where they focus more on Wario being the badass rather than a gross, smelly man.
Yeah. They're focusing on man. That's how people know that I'm fucking tough. When I go to the bar, when I go to my local bar, the Mop, is because I'm wearing a Wario hat. They know not to fuck with me. Because they know that I'll pick them up and pile drive them while shouting, "Excellent!" Don't you hate when you're going to the bar and some guy walks in and starts and goes and eats all your beer cans?
Oh yeah, the worst feeling.
So would you guys say that this game is like the closest to 4?
Yeah, I would definitely say so.
Okay.
Yeah, especially with even though it's taken us this long to discuss this part, when Wario rescues what is it, a Murphle, or whatever they're called, an alarm goes off and he has to just go back to the beginning of the level. That's straight up Wario Land 4, where Wario has to where Wario hits a frog switch and there's a self-destruct sequence and he has to get out of the level.
Oh.
I like.
Again, once again, the Metroid parallels continue, because fun fact, the designer for Samus also was the designer for Wario.
Oh yeah. R1.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Going to have to use bathroom once this is over. I'm also gonna mute because the heater in my apartment just turned on, so I don't want the background picking that up. Rather, well, can you guys hear that?
Kind of.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I mean, we can only really hear it when you start talking, so...
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just stay quiet until it shuts off.
It's just commentary of silence.
Yeah, no, I mean, with my special guest, loud-ass fucking heater.
Yeah.
Guys, don't you hate when you go to the bar and you ask your boy to pay the tab, and he just starts, and then he just farts and jet propels himself out of the roof?
It's one of those days.
Yeah.
It's been one of those days.
Don't you hate when you're arguing with your friend, and then he shouts, "Go!" and a motorcycle inexplicably appears out of nowhere and he runs you over?
I think the worst. I think the worst part is that when you're just hanging out with your friend and then suddenly he pulls out a weird capsule and then a skinny purple man with a tennis racket stomps you into the ground.
Oh!
Wow. Still not in Smash though, or still not a playable character.
Yeah, still not playable. It's honestly a tragedy. No, I mean. On one hand, for me, for me, it's like the longer he's not in Smash, the funnier it gets. But at the same time, he really should be playable at this point.
It honestly kind of works for because I'm trying to picture what a Waluigi game would be, and everything in my mind, like every time I get the idea of what a Waluigi game would be, the conceit I always get is that it has to be thinking he's going on some epic quest. But he's actually doing something completely trivial and worthless. Like it has to be like Luigi's Mansion, and he thinks that that Wario's been kidnapped, so he burns the place down. But then it just turns out Wario is at home, sitting on the couch.
Yeah, it needs to have like the most low-key ending ever.
Yeah, no, it has. With Waluigi, the best way to execute that is it has to, you have to kind of make him look like a loser.
Yeah. Perfect.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, I can see that working. Yeah, I guess the question is, if they ever want to do that, because part of me feels like Waluigi is doomed to always just be a spin-off character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised he isn't in WarioWare at this point.
Yeah.
Because I've seen like some fan made concepts of Wario Waluigi in Wario and what type of outfit he would have. It would have to be like a similar biker outfit to complement Wario's.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, because I'm also generally surprised that Wario and Waluigi Wario didn't contact Waluigi about starting a game company to make him as like a get rich quick scheme.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
You know what would be a fun idea for a platformer with Wario and Waluigi?
Yeah.
And
what?
You know what would fit their characters really well? Well, it should be like a new Super Mario Brothers, where you have multiple players, but the goal is that one of them has to get to the end of the level first, so they're constantly bickering and hurting each other.
A Wario and Waluigi platformer with the coin gimmick of New Mario 2 would actually work.
Yeah.
Why wasn't New Mario 2 a Wario Land game?
It may as well have been.
Increasingly cartoonish ways where they would just be hitting each other with hammers and trying to crush each other with swamps.
I'm surprised that Wario and Waluigi were never rival characters in a Mario and Luigi game.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that is also a good point.
That would have been perfect, but
you know what?
Yeah, it definitely would have put them. Definitely would have put Waluigi in something aside in a spin-off game that isn't sports or Mario Party.
Honestly, if you wanted to use them in one of the Mario RPGs, I would have them be shopkeepers but everything is ridiculously overpriced.
Yeah,
Oh, so
that'd
like,
be perfect.
yeah, so basically like almost every JRPG.
Yeah,
Like be doing Skyward Sword. Good lord.
or honestly, you could have them if you wanted to do new Super Mario Brothers type deal. You could have them do Toad houses, but like there's a 1 in 0 chance you'll actually win.
Yeah, I imagine it'd be extremely rigged.
Yeah, there's no way it wouldn't be.
Yeah,
Because the house always wins.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, I don't know. I want it because they're such like vibrant characters that it's kind of upsetting that like Nintendo just never uses them.
Well, that can be said for a lot of Nintendo characters.
Yeah, a lot of Nintendo IPs in general. Because like I guess like because you gotta also think of it from a business standpoint, like because I imagine there's probably on their teams that's like, oh, I want to make this new Starfy game, but then the hires are probably like, I don't know, is it gonna sell?
Yeah, it's like they just stick with what they know is gonna sell them a lot.
Because commentary's over already.
Finish your thought first.
But because you gotta think because like I said, you have to think of it from like a business standpoint. Since Nintendo is at the end of the day, they are a business, not they're a business first, video game maker second.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Guess they also can only make so many games at once. They can't spread themselves too thin, I guess.
Yeah, even with all the development teams they have, they definitely have to pace themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be nice if they like outsourced some of the IPs more often, but you know.
I do have to use the bathroom very quickly.
I do too. So we'll end the part here. So yeah, see you guys in part 2.
Yeah.